guys. We're trying to. We're gonna find out about him real soon.
That's what I'm saying. There's that Wolverine I've been waiting for, man. A little bit of Logan action. It actually is going to be rocking the magic on the anchor position. So having her in the 4, that 3 assist is extremely good with the pillars. So I definitely expect that.
Fire plushies? Yeah, they're fire.
We might actually
As long as they don't drop Blade. I mean, they don't drop Spider-Man plushie.
Okay,
we're cooking.
Now you got Berserker set up. Oh my, what a cross up.
Every time that hits me, I
I'm
want
too poor for any of them. What the? You up the Pika plushie for it?
I don't have to be ripping it out, but
Pika
I'm thinking
one.
about it.
Dude.
We'll definitely just sit there to the left.
Decent in the chat says Yami actually won a tournament earlier today. I assume for TOKON.
Oh, okay.
Couple more minutes. Wait, what?
So going for 2 now.
How many minutes to what?
Hey, listen. Type of player Yami
Oh, this
is,
fucking
surprising,
spicy-ass
I'd
pizza?
say. The just block at the start, though. Continues pressure.
Still not.
The tag.
I got delayed.
Nice on the empty low.
Delayed to 11:08.
You
Bruh.
get the command dash with Ghost Rider afterwards. So you can either go low, overhead, or throw.
Trip to the toilet is crazy.
Into the wind there a little bit.
Trying to look for another opportunity potentially.
Hold on.
Slot out 2 tornadoes, puts in a weird spot.
Yeah, Creation, I like the way that he dashed up, block string, jumped, tried to bait the button, just didn't get the punish on it like he wanted. That's okay, though. Still hits the air-to-air.
Air to air.
Dude, I like that too. He's just dialing in the light, guaranteeing his
we go.
knockdown there. Like we said, your
You
air
keep
normal
plushing
will
for
track
me.
if you continue to press the same air normal in spots like that. So
Has he done the
light
anime quiz yet? No.
Guarantees you'll get high enough to get
Cold
that
ass
down
food.
heavy.
Yes, food's about to be cold as shit. I'm about to heat it up. Damn the
That's
damage.
gotta be a custom voice line, right?
They're so sick. There's so many of them, man.
Yeah.
He said, "My bad, girl."
Oh, bleed won, right? I mean, lost, right? Oh, damn, he did lose.
Yeah, and again, kind of like what you're talking about. Creation's gone to it too with that
Damn.
jump
I thought Blue was gonna win
I
that.
think an important skill in this game is every single random hit needs to turn into a wall.
You think he's
breaker
good with Black
knockdown,
Panther?
so getting comfortable getting things like that rising light. Is gonna be
I don't know. It's too
And
soon to
the
tell.
first time Cap gets put in as the leader of the team, he
I've been
looks
seeing
for
people
the
use
overhead
her with
and we
magic,
mash
though.
on it instantly.
The iPhone one is oh, they're not streaming his match. Oh shit, I forgot they're not streaming every match. I should probably pull up the iPhone stream. Where is it?
There's that boy. That's okay.
Oh wait, no, he's watching. Yo, he has ad break coming up. I forgot I'm a mod in this chat. How do I go back to this shit? People streaming.
Not nearly as nice to your boy.
Damn.
He said, nobody made me do this. I did this for myself.
Perfect. Damn.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yo, shout out to Skeet coming
black
through
and white
with us,
wolf?
4 months with us. Thank you so much.
Let me rewind that. Wait, what combo do you do? He was frying that guy. Bro? Yeah, Twitch's rerun
Skill
system
in
is
this game
fucking
is-
cheeks.
No.
There's that boy. That's okay.
Hey man.
Overhead. Okay.
Nice
overhead and
overhead.
assist.
Now we got the install.
There's that boy. That's okay.
It's pretty good. Not bad.
Does he kill with this combo? Oh! That is down input. That shit is
Messed up,
crazy.
dude.
That move baits
you're
me
dead.
every time.
Oh, yeah, you're super dead.
Dang, he's talking shit.
He's
Not
talking
nearly
shit.
as nice to your boy.
Yo!
He said, nobody made me do this. I did this for myself.
He's talking shit too while spitting on your shit. That's crazy.
God.
Yo, shout out to Skeet.
You ever see
coming
somebody
through
talk
with
shit and
us,
do tricks
4
on it?
months with us.
Ooh, we got 2 here.
Oh, happy
Fantastic start
birthday.
for Creation now. Look at that damage.
What is this damage? Damn!
Yeah, back catch roll with 1 assemble gauge, by the way.
What's wrong with you? Fuck I do.
Oh, get the fix there. Got the fastball into
Ooh,
the
the
light.
ice. Nice.
So normally you feel comfortable dashing there on the EX one since it's,
I
you know, it's a
might
spiky
keep
ball,
doing
not
it.
just a normal ball. Obviously, if you run into a spike, that's gonna hurt, right?
We're his OP
Active
as
hitbox
fuck
there
right
on the
now.
ground. It's a
Just
big thing
using
to
him a
deal
lot.
with.
I mean, he has gaps in his strings. I've mashed on.
Again.
But the issue is that if he has
dude.
Berserker armor, if you mash on that gap, he has armor, and you just fucking die.
Both for a second.
It gets a full counter hit combo. You just explode.
Oh yeah, we were trying to bait on the overhead right there.
Nice overhead.
Yeah, he's just a brawler, bro.
My man is brawling, yeah. Assist. Yeah, his normals look stubby, but like his specials though, them things got a range on it. Oh, you're dead. This Wolf is cooking.
No remorse on that one.
This Wolf is
no
cooking.
kind words for your girl to follow up.
Quote, nice try, buddy. That's not a thing in my chat.
Had it though.
Just doubles up with the knockdown though. Goes for the EX once again.
Wait, his
so
name is
hard to
One
deal with,
Cheek
so
Wonder? What the
quick.
fuck does that mean?
Oh, just outside the range right there, the overhead. Again, we're looking for it. 5L finds the mark. Damage on the assist. We're trying to keep the scrambles going.
Ooh, the zigzag. Sick combo.
Dude, and the follow-up.
Sick combo.
What side or what space you end up in. Wolverine can guarantee that knockdown every single time. Near max meter for both
this Wolf is
players
cooking.
here. Yami, the two-touch game right now.
I will say, I like this version of Wolverine, dude. He looks fun to play.
I think he's going to end up being the classic fun to watch, nightmare to play against, you know? One of those, I love commentating Wolverine matches, but when he's in my game.
Yeah,
When he's in my game. Literally.
That's already how I feel. Clean hit for creation again.
Damn.
Drops it, but like, dude, everybody's super kicking this though.
She's cooking.
Yeah, I mean, hey, 5M.
It's not a finisher anymore, it's the normal.
Nice assist call to cover yourself to get to the backside.
Nice re
That
jump.
was really good from creation there.
Oh, he didn't bring him down enough. He tried to go down with the ice ball and stun his ass.
Still has that 150 bar.
Alright, he's berserk.
Oh, looking
he
for the
wasn't
overhead.
reaching. He didn't reach.
2H wouldn't have even beat it, but it wins.
Let me share a lesson, friend.
Oh shit, a lesson.
Was 2H not
Oh, it
beat
wasn't close
overhead?
enough.
That's a
What?
grounded overhead. I
That
think we hit
reached
him before the 2H hit him.
overhead into low.
Regardless, it still saves the day. 1-1.
1-1. The One Cheek Wonder. What a name.
Damn, dude. Storm kind of got it, though, bro. Like, she... I don't know. I might have
Peggy
to play some
content. Wait, what? Where's my damn
She's
food at, bro?
I can tell from watching these players play the character that my brain is too small.
Alright, it's almost here.
And it's just like, it's everything that I possibly needed. They proved to me
Says
that, yeah, I'm not.
10-ish
I'm not
minutes.
doing it. They made the decision easy, as cool as she is.
We've got a high-profile match.
Oh, man.
Brace yourself. Round
One last. Dude, and not only are we back in for the last game here, but it's on the, wow, it was maybe just the most volatile stage. No stage transitions here.
Yeah, home field advantage for both of them.
Wall to wall. It would have just home then, I guess.
Yeah.
No advantage.
Nice. Okay, I'll be in
Just for
8
hitting that
minutes.
overhead, man.
Thank God I will never reach these guys' ranks. What's that supposed to mean? What stopped me from beating these guys, though?
Yeah, but at that point,
She has a comp
that
scenario,
wall
of
spike, you're
course.
able to just nuke through.
Day 1 tournaments?
Knowing your max damage combos against
Pre-
walls
pre-launch
so important
tournaments?
on the stage. Knowing how
Always.
to continually get that splat.
Oh.
Damn.
Definitely the thing I'm learning from watching is I'm not using my overhead enough.
Dude, it's pretty good.
Good jump over.
This shit looks like DBFZ. Oh my
Could
god.
have had them both, but maybe the dash speed was just not fast enough. Pillars save the day as we find the grounded hit. Yami's starting to run away with this one now.
Nice spin.
More. The crazy thing is just resource management. They're like holding their bar. They don't even need it. The hits they're getting, they know right away that it's gonna finish.
I love this stage. X-Men Mansion. Best stage in the game. There's no wall
It's
transitions.
been rougher creation right now. I feel like Yami
No
is
stage
kinda
transitions.
dominating on the ground and in the air, you know? Those air-to-airs have been working out almost every
Bro,
single
this
time.
dude's combos are sick.
Even using his, he uses his assist there. Able to get back in
Why
the
did they
stall
not?
once
Why did they
again.
not show these
Ball
combos in the
flat,
guide?
sets it up.
This dude got sauce.
One last chance.
This time,
Overhead.
just a wall overhead. I mean, after you get hit by
This
overhead,
Wolf
so what
looking
you think
crazy.
You're gonna get baited into, you know, blocking it and then get hit low. So you just keep blocking over it or keep blocking low, and that's what happens.
Damn.
Conditioned gets to the
Yikes.
wall, and it is a perfect secure the finish.
This Wolf is
Still
saucing.
in it is Yami trying to do
This
two
Wolf
in
is
one
saucing.
day. What a beast.
What is the startup frames on that overhead?
That shit
looks
gotta be
faster than
crazy.
the other ones I've
Yeah.
seen, I
It
feel
might
like.
be low 20s.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it might be low 20s. Because it's still reactable, but damn.
Are you sure it's reactable?
Reactable for who?
For who? Like on me? Like what?
Expose myself,
Are you
but-
sure that's reactable? What are you talking about?
26?
26, that is reactable.
Okay.
That sounds right.
26. Okay, 26 is reactable.
I don't know. It's hard, man. I mean, especially when he's mauling
That shit
you the
looks
whole
fast
time.
as hell. There's
He did
assists
such a good
everywhere. It's like
job
hard
of
to
not giving
see
Wolf
what's
any
happening.
space at all to work with.
Because like 26 frames feels like 5 frames when there's 2 assists and a character instant air dashing at you. So it's like it's a lot mental
Yeah.
stack.
It adds up, man, especially in fast games.